Yo guys, what's good? Welcome back to NCS Arcade. Sam here as always. Two legends of the NCS scene join me today. They've recently remixed On and On. They've released a song with the same name as their artist, and we're going to get into a whole load of that. The Time to Talk boys are with me. How you guys doing?
Pretty good, man.
Yeah, we're
good to see you too, again.
Yeah, good to see you guys. Yeah, always a pleasure. Yeah, like I said, we're going to talk a little bit about musical journey, releases you've done, NCS experience, etc. So let's get right into it. I want to sort of take it right back to the beginning, how you both got into production and then how Time to Talk came to be, how you formed together.
I was kind of stuck with the production was also like I've been producing for a very long time, but the whole social media thing and reaching out to labels was always kind of a struggle, and Robin was really good at that, and he just messaged me one day and was like, yo, I really like your music, shall we meet up? And that was
At first I sent you a vocal. I said, yo, can you do something with this vocal, because I can do stuff with this.
oh yeah.
And I was like, and you sent it me the other day like a snippet, and I was like, oh, this is so sick. And you were like, oh, I only worked 20 minutes on it.
So yeah, that was kind of the beginning, and then we went for sushi at Amsterdam Dance Event.
Yeah, Amsterdam.
And he was like, first he wanted to kind of manage what Roses was doing, but the whole conversation just took a different turn. Like, why should we try?
Like, why shouldn't we just work together?
Yeah, because I hadn't released anything under Roses for years.
Yeah, and I was stuck at my publisher.
So yeah, that's kind of how we got into that, and it was kind of a gamble, but it turned out to be a really good investment for the both of us.
Off the back of that, with Just Us alone, had like a load of releases in just the past 2 years. Like I mentioned in the intro, you've recently done the On and On remix, and you also collabed with the Cartoon Boys a while back. It'd be good if you guys could talk a little bit about what it's like working with them. I guess seeing these guys who have really, in terms of NCS, just been a spearhead for so long, and then getting to collab with them. What was that like? What was the whole experience feeling?
I remember that I sent a demo from Time to Talk to Ago, and I was like, can we collab on this?
Like as a joke,
yeah,
right?
As a joke.
It was like, collab,
like,
bro.
What do you think, collab?
Like that, yeah.
And he was like, oh, yeah, sure, let me tell it to the boys. And they were, and 2 minutes or 5 minutes later, he was like, yeah, let's do this.
Yeah. So that was actually quite cool.
And Cheered had his wisdom tooth removed that day. So I called him, so like, yo, we have a collab with Cartoon, and he was like, yeah, like, I get new shit.
Like a swollen face. I sent him like a photo with like a bloody lip and stuff, because my whole face was all busted up, of course. So
yeah, like I think a week later we really thought like, whoa, we have a
it was crazy. Well, like if people say yes, it doesn't necessarily mean there's something coming out of it. But Argo just went straight into the studio with Asina, and that, I don't know, it was just instantly what it was supposed to be. We just had a few mixed feedback things, and it was.
She wrote the vocals really fast.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's like both of them are great writers and vocal producers as well. That's one of the things that I mainly find very aspiring, you know. So
and we were in the middle of the NCS stand, so we had the writers thing with Streetlights, and we had Omen, so we had two things. It was pretty
hectic, but it was good that they could take that out of our hands and do their magic, you know. So
what you've touched on there is definitely going to be one highlight so far in the short time that you guys have been doing Time to Talk together. But as far as your whole, I guess, musical careers go so far, can you just shout out some of the highlights or some of the points so far that you look back and you're like, that was a great time, whether it was an event, a collab, having a song out, whatever it might be?
How we signed to NCS is really funny, because we through Jonas Aiden, we had a demo sent, and we were in we took place in the Aiden Awards, and we didn't win, but NCS found us there. So that's how we came to. That's how we got signed to NCS.
The funny thing is, it was like you know those YouTube live premieres, of course, you know. So we were in the live premiere of the Aiden Awards, and while our songs were playing, like as the feedback, Dan already messaged us. So like, whoa,
yeah. I think that's a really big highlight, because NCS has kickstarted us as an artist.
Yeah, definitely.
Together with Jonas Aiden.
Yeah, Jonas Aiden and NCS. So that's kind of bumped it up. One of the funniest highlights is, of course, that we accidentally named the song "Time to Talk."
Oh yeah.
Let's get into that. Let's get straight into that. Actually, whilst you're talking on it, how did that happen? I know you guys have told me the story here and there a little bit, and I think I could probably reel it off. But for the people that don't know, I think you are the only artist that actually has your complete full name as a release on NCS, and was that the first release that you did with us?
Yeah, that was the release.
How did that happen?
I was sending the instrumental to a vocalist, and I talked to her. We're working on a project called Time to Talk, and then I was like, I meant the alias, but not the song. But I didn't really specify that, so she was like, "Oh, cool! I'll have some really nice concepts," and I it's just the whole conversation just one ear in, the other ear out, So I was like, yeah, I'll just leave it to it, and I'll let her do a thing. And then I got the vocals back, and I was, ooh, I think it's time to talk, And I was like, wait, this actually works.
It's really good. It's a really good opener, actually.
Yeah. And they kind of went on to be a bit of a meme.
Yeah,
like the comments.
the comments was the greatest meme.
Yeah, like time to talk, edit, remix, time to talk, this, that. It's just that was one of the most fun things as well.
Yeah, I think I put out a post on socials like a couple months back. I think I remember that was like throwback to the time that Time to Talk released a song called or something. You guys are great for meme templates. I did the one recently where you were it's so good.
Awesome,
yeah, we will send you some photos soon again.
That's what I need. Why is it so important to be able to build that network? You two are evidence, having your own solo projects, then coming together and being able to make a project. What is it that's so important about building connections and I guess genuinely making friendships within the industry?
Those two things go hand in hand. Like friendships are the industry. That's kind of how it is. You can be like the best technical producer there is. You can be better than like the best producer who on top of the market right now. But if you don't have like the social connections, it's just never going to work. That's the most important part about being an artist, I guess. And some people aren't really good at it. I'm not really good at that. I'm not the best. Like I'm good at like friendships, but like business-wise, it's a pretty hard connection for me to make. I don't know why. And he's really good at that. So it's also about bundling strengths. You don't necessarily have to be capable of doing it, but always try to kind of find someone who's willing to help and strengthen what you can achieve together. That's kind of what friendships are all about in the first place as well.
Yeah,
so
I think it's also important that a lot of artists, when they start, they always think, I have to do everything myself.
Mm-hmm.
And when you get more into the music and more into, if you want to succeed as a career, you need to also need to give things out of hand. So you maybe need to get a manager or you just can't do everything yourself. Otherwise, you will get stressed out.
We've looked back at the journey so far and how it actually came to be, but to look in the future, what is the Time to Talk project in a few years' time? What are your plans for the upcoming events, releases, that kind of stuff? Any secrets you can give to the audience?
We have a song coming out next week, so yes, 17th of June.
Yeah, 17th of June. It's a solo release.
Yeah, solo release. He helps us.
Yeah, he also helps us with the promotion, so that's great.
But yeah, in 5 years' time,
we'll just really have figured out what we really want to do, because we kind of want to step out of the full EDM kind of thing. That's also because I really want to focus on more songwriting-based productions.
Yeah,
and that's also a big learning curve. So that's going to be a big step for like the next few months and stuff.
Thank you, boys, so much for hopping on. Appreciate you taking the time to talk to me. I didn't even mean that, Yeah, thanks for hopping on. Pleasure as always. If you guys want to see more of Time to Talk, you can click the links down there, and there's socials where you can go and drop likes, comments, etc., all the rest. Thank you guys for tuning in. Remember that new single that the guys mentioned going to be out next week as of the time of this video dropping. And as always, thanks for watching NCS Arcade. We'll see you next time. Peace.
Hey guys.
Yo.